Hey guys, it's TheLunabrick here, this time with another video review. This time it's over the LEGO UFO Cyber Saucer, which came out alongside all the other UFO sets in 1997. Now, I'm just going to jump right into this review and start off with the one minifigure that comes with the set, the Blue Pilot. And here is the only minifigure that comes with the set, that being the Blue Pilot minifigure. Now, before I show you all of him, I'm going to compare him to my favorite minifigure, the Red Pilot, which they're very similar to one another, but they have a different torso print, and they both have a different head print, or just head in general underneath. So, despite being very similar, like their legs have the same print, it's just that this is on blue and this is on red. And their helmets are the same, and their ogle or space armor is also the same. But I just wanted to compare him real quick. And here he is, the Blue Pilot, and I'll do a quick turnaround for all of you. He has no printing on his back, as this is an old minifigure and that was not very common, if ever seen back then. If you take his helmet off, you can see, like I showed you a few seconds ago, he has a translucent head, which is actually really cool. I love the print on that, and it's not very often that you get a translucent printed head like that. And if you pop his head off, I'll show you what his print looks like underneath, which has this really cool look of like organs or mechanical organs and a logo of some sort on his chest, which looks really cool. And that's really all there is to the Blue Pilot. And while I do like him a lot, the Red Pilot is still personally my favorite. Now, before I get to the actual saucer, there was something I found out the other day online from a commenter, which I never knew about, but if you take the head on the back, you can stick it onto the back of the minifigure. I didn't know that. I have never known that you could do that. I don't know if it was intentionally designed, but either way, it's pretty cool, and I like that I can do that to display my figure. But I do love the helmet a lot because, I don't know, it's just such a beautifully and awesome looking helmet. But yeah, there's the Blue Pilot, and now on to the actual set itself. So here is the Cyber Saucer in its entirety, which is basically a circular type of UFO, which is mostly built up by these plates, which is made from two translucent green and then two of the same beautifully printed piece. It's covered in a lot of trans green colors, which is pretty nice, but more like trans lime green colors. And on this side, well, actually, all of the landing, I'll assume these are just landing gears, are the same except for this side, which has a small container in there. And inside said container is some kind of, I guess, storage device or weapon or communication device, something. But it does have storage right there for the Blue Pilot to hold on or put stuff in. And underneath that is another landing gear to basically sit it up on the ground. And below that is a small, well, not small, but basically one of the spin bricks. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but the circular bricks that do spin and rotate, which does let you rotate the saucer as if it's, when it's flying, you'd have it doing like a spin, I guess. Um, Anyways, aside from that, you have these panels on this side and this side, which does feature a sticker on there, which is this really nice reflective silver, which looks really cool when the light flashes off of it because it gives off a rainbow color that looks really neat. There's a gun here, and then there is another gun over here. So the ship does have weapons to defend itself. I'm going to assume these two are like, I guess, radars maybe of some sort. Below the ship is kind of hard to see, but there is a tube underneath this side and underneath this side, which does add a lot to it. And from the top, you can see it, which is really cool. Actually, one thing I'll show is whenever you rotate the bottom, you can see that through the top, which is really neat. And I just popped off one of these lime green rods or whatever. These can be adjusted and folded up or down however you wish. So if you want to fold them all the way down, you can. I prefer to keep them kind of like halfway up, like that. And then the other feature is that you can open the cockpit and fit one minifigure inside of it, which in this case, since the set only comes with the red pilot, he's the only minifigure that you can, or he, she, whatever you want, is the only minifigure that you can stick into it. And it looks really cool because you can clearly see him through there. And the translucent green or lime green just looks really, really nice. I really do dig the aesthetic of this set. But inside the cockpit, I'll show you a little bit more in there, and I'll pop off the cockpit itself. But it does open up, and there is only one seat in there. There aren't any controls or anything, which is kind of disappointing, but it is what it is. I mean, I suppose you can take this out if you really want to, and then stick it on those two stud pieces, which might make it look better like a control station or whatever, which, yeah, I probably will do that. And then on top of there is a little stickered piece to show some more technological stuff going on. But really, it is a very, very neat set. It's not that particularly big. If you want a size comparison, here is the modern pizza truck set, which it's about the same lengthwise as the truck. So it's a decent size, and I do really like it. It stands out on my shelf, and since this is a UFO set, I do not plan on taking this apart ever because I love the UFO line and I want to put it on display whenever I can. But yeah, that's basically everything there is to the set, and since I don't have a box for this, I'll just go straight to my final thoughts. So here's everything in the set, which is the minifigure and the saucer itself. Now, I think at the time that this was released, it was $20, which isn't too bad of a price, to be totally honest, but one big complaint I hear a lot of people say about this set and the UFO line in general is the use of these giant plates to build up the set. And while I personally don't mind, I can understand why some people might not like it, because in all honesty, if you were to take these off, it is pretty bare underneath. But personally, I love the plates. I love the prints on these plates. I now have, I think, 4 of this print, thanks to the Warp Wing Fighter. I also love the trans green on here, which looks really, really, really cool. And I just think the set overall looks very, very neat. Like, I just love the detailing beneath the ship, so when you are looking at it from the top, you can see that rotating on the bottom if you do rotate it, and you can see the tubes underneath, which is really, really cool. I guess I would have to say my only complaint with this set is the lack of a control of any kind in the cockpit. But like I said earlier in the review, you can technically take that out and stick it in there if you want. And what I do appreciate is that the ship does come with 2 guns attached to it. So if you really want to, you can take this gun or that gun off and give it to the blue pilot. Now, overall, I really do like this set. I think it looks really neat, and I just love the aesthetic of it. The UFO line was really, really neat because it just looked so alien, and all of the detailing is incredible. Like, just look at the blue pilot minifigure. Although he doesn't hold a candle to the best minifigure ever released, you know, the red pilot. But, yeah, he's still a great minifigure, and I just love the look of him. He just looks awesome. And the set in general looks really nice. It looks pretty menacing, actually, for a UFO. It's probably the most menacing UFO LEGO has ever made. As in, like, the last couple UFOs we've gotten have kind of looked a little bit, you know, cartoony and childish. While this one, it seems like they were going out of their way to make it something that you just wouldn't want to run into in the middle of the night. And that's really all I gotta say about this set. It's awesome, and if you can find it, which I got this for about $20 off eBay, so you can find it for about the same price it was released for back in the day, which is pretty nice. But yeah, there's the Cyber Saucer, and I want to hear what you guys think about this set, what you guys think about the UFO line in general, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It's deeply appreciated. And until next time, the Lunabrick